Bueno, mi gente, ¿cómo está? I hope everything is all right. Chilly, chilly. I appreciate you brothers and sisters out there, man, supporting what I'm doing because I live the truth. I spread the truth. And I've been checking out a lot of videos out there of fake people, man, talking about that they did a bid in Rikers, upstate and all that crazy stuff. And I'm like, but I never seen this guy before, you know. I mean, I was all over the La Piedra, the rock. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I mean, I ran into people, man, from the rock up north, man, and like, yo, what's up? And they want HDM, C95, C73. But no, I never was in no facility or them other facilities, you know. But I was in the box, the Bing, you name it, C74. But I never seen, like I said, I never seen none of these people. I do remember, man, when I was like in transition, and I was watching a video program the other day, and it was about Warden Bailey. And that brother, he was a correction officer, but he was cool people, man. I gotta keep it real, man. You know, my attitude is, man, I don't like enforcement at all. But when you meet people who are straight up, who are brothers, man, keep it real, like Bailey, like Gomez from 8 Upper, Captain Pitt, who was, I think he was doing the dorms and the south side. And then you have at the CEO Torres, you know, Boricua, Chévere Gente, you know. And people like that, I gotta give them their props because they really treated the inmates like human beings, man. Oh, and a female officer, CO White. And there's another female officer, man, that she was real nice with me, man. And I remember they didn't take us to commissary, man. And she told me, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. I said, ah. And at that time, I used to smoke, you know. He said, what's the matter? I said, well, we haven't hit commissary because somebody blew up the spot. She said, don't worry, I got you. Boom. Gave me a pack. Well, everybody in the house was fiending. So, you know, I took enough for me and I passed the rest to people who smoked. Especially con manitos, you know. And at that time, the Reys and the Netas were primos. And, you know, I used to look out for Muslims and 5%ers, you know. But, you know, it's amazing, man, the stories that I hear. Like I heard somebody said that the reason why the Bloods became Bloods and this, that, and the other was because the Latinos. First of all, that's bullshit because Bloods were in the facility. And that whole thing about that the Latinos were attacking blacks, and that's bullshit. And even Bailey, Warden Bailey, I'm gonna call him Warden because he got upgraded. But you know, he even said it, and I said that brother's on point. You know, it's amazing how people lie. I mean, they just lie. I don't know why they lie to make themselves look good, this, that, and the other. If you tell the truth, you're still going to look good, you know. But the whole idea that the Bloods and the Latinos, man, you know, it wasn't like that at all. In fact, there was a lot of Latinos, man, who were Bloods. They were cutting up Kings and Netas, man, in HDM, in the box. I think it was A1 or 1A or some shit like that. You know, they would come in and people would call out, yo, amor de rey, de corazón, and they would answer back. As soon as they answered back, $1.25. All right? tell you something, man. Allah is all knowing and all hearing and all knowing, because the reality is, man, I was in battles, okay? I was in battles, right? I went on a couple of missions. And man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm blessed. I don't have no scars, no nothing, man. All right. And at that time, I was young. I was like, when I say young, I was like 40 something years old, you know. And this is like, I'm talking about 90, 93, 94, you know. By the end of 94, I was downstate. You know, I went downstate. By the time 95 came around, man, I was up in Clinton, you know. But, you know, I just like to clarify stuff, man, you know. You know, and then my hermanito Cano 13, you know, he went out to the yard with me, because I had a lot of conocimiento, you know. I know a lot about the association, this, that, and the other, you know. There's certain things I liked and some things I didn't like, you know. And so we went out there in the yard, and he said to the manitos, he said, does anybody here recognize this brother right here? Because he has a lot of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Tiene mucho conocimiento de la asociación. And they always said, de corazón. And I said, oh man, what they kind of, what you got me into, brother? He said, Mom, I think they're going to move me out of here soon, man. So I want you to, you know, run it, because the reality is that you're a righteous brother. You know how to keep things in order, this, that, and the other. I said, I hear you. And I think just when we getting ready to, you know, everything was like smooth, then Connor said, yo, we gotta hit one main mess hall. I said, he said, yo, they've been, you know, raping a lot of Latinos and cutting up a lot of, you know, kings and Netas. And I said, for real? He said, yeah, I got this kite. We got to blow up that spot. I'm down. And we did. You know? I don't know. I know that there was a captain, a female lady with blonde hair or something. I don't even want to know her name. I couldn't stand her because she came in there like she was gangster. But I bet you she was in the street, somebody will punch her right in the jaw, man. Because she was disgusting. She knew how to treat a man. You know, maybe that was the problem. But in reality, man, you know, we blew up the spot. Gomez, good brother, man. Gomez, when she came and started yelling, barking like a little dog, like a little poodle. Who was it? Who was that did this? Because they locked us down, man. You know, I was getting ready for the riot, you know, ninjas or whoever. And I was like, I don't care. You know what, man? I really don't care. We go up against whoever. But, so, she said, point them out. He knew I was down with that. He knew that Connor was down with that. And two kings. And two neutrals. But he pointed out herbs. I felt bad, man. But he pointed out the herbs. I guess they went to the box or wherever they went. They were sent somewhere else. So that same, I would say that same day, after they took the herbs and all that, we all went back to housing. That same day, like around 3 o'clock, and I didn't even know this. Cano had told everybody in different houses, he sent the kite, everybody, he said, by 3 o'clock, when they get ready to switch the COs, blow up the spot. Anybody who a bully, anybody who thought they were a gangster or whatever the case may be, blow them up, blow them up the spot, because those are the ones that are, you know, they bloods and this, that, and the other. So, when that time came, man, I'm serious. I know Captain Pitt heard about that too, you know. Yo, you guys are crazy. I said, yo, man, you know. But this is after they moved us from 8 upper to um to 12 dorm side, you know. And that's how I got the reason how I got to know Pitt was because I was the head. I was the primero de pueblo, and he used to have to come get me to tell los manitos, you know, yo, chill out with the cutting and all this, that, and the other, you know. But it was hilarious. I used to remember when I was in 8 upper, I think it was 8. I think it was 8 Main or whatever. I know upstairs, yo, the Bloods were crazy up there, man. They were raping their own people. African Americans, man. You and yo, brother, stop, man. What you doing? Oh, that hurts. You know, and I'm like, oh shit. I try to bang, man, you know, but you can't. They don't hear shit, but you can hear through the walls or whatever. And man, I used to get so freaking mad, man. And I felt sorry for all these people that came in who didn't have no knowledge of the street, man. You know, when I came in, man, I was a stick-up kid, man, out there. You know what I'm saying? That was my profession. I was stick up, right? And I used to sling, you know what I'm saying? But most of my shit was stick up, man. You know, so when you walk in a situation, you know how to control shit. You're not gonna let nobody try to pull that gangster shit on you. That's why when I watch these videos, man, I be like these lying. I'm telling you, man, you got punk ass dudes talking like they gangsters, like they ran shit, man. Like they didn't do nothing. Most of them dudes, man, they didn't do shit, man. It's all bullshit, man. They just making their little bullshit dollars and cents. You know? The reality is, I know look, I'm keeping it real. These are people right here, okay? These are people right here. These are my people, man. Alright? Kings, familia, their bloods, what is it? Jamaican posse, Netas, you name it. These are real dudes right here, man. All right, and I'm keeping it real. Up north, look, okay. Now these people, they can go home, man, and talk some shit because they've been in battles. All right. These are the people, man, that my boy King Gato, man. He's in a movie that I wrote. And the guy said, yo, you ever heard of Gato? And the guy said, Gato? He said, yeah, he's a vicious guy. But yo, and then GQ, you know, Pistol, he's from Brooklyn, Bushwick. You know what I'm saying? And then here go my other boys right there, man. You know? All right, I'm keeping it real, man. This is how we kept it, man. Ain't no racial shit going on, man. We all kept it at peace, man. Even up north. You know? That was Bear Hill. You know? And the point I'm making, man, that, you know, you hear a lot of segregated crap that you hear. And to be honest with you, I know when I was in Clinton, it wasn't like that. I know when I was in Franklin, it wasn't like that. People were fighting over drugs or stupid shit. They weren't fighting over racial stuff, you know. I knew, I met the Trinitarios in Franklin. One of the heads, his name was King Kong. Good brother, man. You know, very, very nice brother, man. And then when I went to Bear Hill, I met Brother Ninja. He was cool people, man. There was Ninja, there was Kokumbo, you know. And right around that time, man, there was a battle. There was a battle in Maine where I think one Neta got killed, Viejo Ponce, and some other kid got stabbed up, and they were getting ready to rumble. They were getting ready to bring it up to uh, to the annex, and at that time I was neutral. You know, I was short. I became neutral. I just came out the box because somebody snitched me out. They sent a note saying that I put a TOS on somebody, and so I did 33 or 30 something days in the box. Man, I came out, and when I met some brothers there. They told me, "Oh, manito." I said, "Hold up, man. That manito bullshit is out the fucking window, man. You know what? Voy con un descanso. I'm retiring." It's what? So anyway, when they blew up the spot over there in Bear Hill, man, a couple of people came to me because they knew that I ran C-73 and I ran C-74, you know, and because this brother named Venganza made me the first, the Pueblo in C-74. So anyway, they asked me about what should they do, because they killed somebody over there and it was about drugs, this, that, and the other. The first thing I told them, I said, what's one of the rules that the Nietas have when it comes to beef in the street and beef? I said, the thing is, what happens in the street stays in the street. I said, well, look at it this way. What happened in the main stays in the main. Don't bring it in the annex. This brother Dave, his name is Ponce, he looked at me and said, wow, no wonder you ran right here. I said, yeah, well, we need to be in peace. We don't need to be at war, And then the Trinitarios, I mean, I had quite a few friends, man, and I don't, and they didn't even want, but the whole thing was over drugs and this, that, and the other. So anyway, make the story short, the Nietas were all in the middle of the yard. And I'm looking at the whole situation, man, and I said to myself, coño, these guys, man, I can tell that they know nothing about war. They know nothing about, whatever the case may be. So I came and I told Ponce to come over here, and Ponce came over. I said, Ponce, tell the manitos, man, to group up in fours. They're all in the middle. You know that Trinitarios can come and I try to explain to them about what Sitting Bull did to Custard. I study war, man. Study the war, Civil War. Study all the wars, man, and even Patton and all that. Roosevelt. But I told him, I said, yo, they're all in the middle. What do you think is gonna happen? Oh man, you're right, man. And then I said, and tell the head of the Trinitarios, man, what happened in the main stays in the main. And that's what he did, man. And they hugged and all that. Ponce came over to me and gave me a beautiful hug. Man, he said, Manito, man, listen, I know that you got a descanso and, you're ready to leave pretty soon, man, but, we got your back, man. I said, I'm okay, man, Don't worry about me. With that, I'm going to let you go. But remember, you got COs that got your back more than your own people, man, that call themselves gangsters. All right? Remember that. Trust me. We cops and COs, but the reality is they got your back. They'll look out for you before your own people, your own gangsters, so-called gangsters. They're the ones sitting there ratting you out. Perfect example is that dude with all them tattoos on his face, man. He ratted out his people. And it keeps going on and on and on and on and on. But listen, man, God bless you, man. Be safe, man. And listen, again, if you got a brother, sister, and all that, man, show them the right direction. Don't let them fall into the system. With that, I say peace out.